What is up, nerds, and welcome to the final episode of Daily Lives of Random Losers, the series I'm doing where I try and document my last year of high school or secondary school until the very end. So, yesterday was basically the end, which was essentially graduation, but I think there are going to be a couple filler episodes after that because there is still the graduation dinner, which has not happened yet. And there's just a little thing I want to do as well after this. So, although this may be the final episode, it's definitely not the end just yet. So just yesterday I graduated. I think I mentioned that already. And I guess, yay. Congrats to the class of 2022, as well as all the other graduates around the world who have graduated this year. I will say that I didn't particularly feel... It didn't really feel right because I haven't actually gotten my diploma back yet. I did get a certificate saying that I did complete the diploma, but I didn't exactly get the grades back, and that's pretty much the most important part, because if I don't get the right grades, I am essentially not going to university, or at least not going to any of the ones that I applied to, and I'm probably going to have to end up going to either like a foundation school, or I'm gonna have to retake the goddamn exams. Which is why I said in another video why I didn't throw away any of my notes. So I am still waiting for the results, and each day is a living struggle because sometimes I can't really sleep at night because I'm just thinking about, like, what if I fucking, like, fail this thing? But I know I'm not gonna fail. I'm just either not gonna meet the conditions or I am. So of course I hope I meet the conditions, but the fact that I haven't gotten that back yet is sort of just it's sort of the real graduation for me, you know. And yesterday was sort of just like a celebration, but I didn't particularly feel anything, if I'm being honest. I'm not saying this to be like mean or rude or anything, but I simply just did not feel the I was simply just not in the mood for being like so cathartically happy and being able to relax after graduation, because in reality it is simply not the end yet. And I don't know, like lately I feel like I'm not allowed to be happy until I get the grades back, you know. But of course I'm still gonna have to go to these events, not just out of courtesy, but also because I want to hang out with my friends as well. But there's a tiny part of me that feels like I'm not allowed to be happy until I get the grades back. Because if I get like super happy here and I'm like, oh my god, wow, I'm so happy now, and the grades come back and it's not exactly positive, then I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about that. So I don't really get why schools have the graduation first and then release the grades, or at least and then the diploma releases the grades. But I guess that's just how schools operate. I know it's not the school's fault, but I'm sure they don't want to hold this back. I'm sure they don't want to delay the graduation as well. So it's nobody's fault. But there is a tiny part of me that feels like I'm not allowed to, you know, I'm not allowed to be happy until I'm not allowed to be like super happy and like sort of go into the relaxation mode until the goddamn grades come out. Because that is really just the most important part, as well as like the biggest turning point for my life as well. Because I'm either going to go to university route, or I'm going to go to the foundation / retake exam route, which I do not want to do because who the hell wants to take another exam? Goddamn. And yeah, that's really my general thoughts on graduation. Although it was really nice, like I did have a great time. Although the seating was a little weird, we like all the graduates sat in the hall, and then there were these like plastic boards separating you, so you can't really talk to the person next to you unless you like lean over the board or like, lean behind the board. So that was pretty annoying, and like the seating was also really weird because they went by like name order, and all my homies did not have last names starting with Y, so I basically just sat next to people I didn't really talk to. Actually, I did sit next to one person who I did talk to a lot, but she was too busy talking to like the friend next to her, so I kind of just sat there in silence, while this other girl next to me was also like sitting next to a bunch of weirdos like me, and I'm pretty sure that she probably didn't enjoy that either. But we did talk a bit. just to just to like make the most out of it. And yeah, pretty much just sat there for like 6 hours in total, because we got there at like, oh, actually no, not 6 hours, my apologies. Let's see, I kind of just said 6 hours off the top of my tongue. I don't know why I said that. But let's see, we arrived at like 11 something, and we ended at, let's just say 4 hours. In total, we sat for 4 hours in the hall, because there was like the practice run and the actual thing, and in total that was like an hour something each. I think almost 2 hours. So I'm just gonna call it that. I don't care. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, it was also really hot yesterday. I'm sure everyone who has graduated can relate, because all the Hong Kong schools, I think most Hong Kong schools graduate in like June. So it's either June or July or August, because I know there's someone who's graduating in August for some fucking reason. But yeah, it's either June or July. And it is very hot in June and July, especially in especially in like Hong Kong. It's like fucking hot. So the graduation gown was basically like a sauna suit, and yeah, gotta say I did sweat a lot, like fucking like balls sweaty and sloppy type shit. And yeah, it was just really fucking hot. So basically, once the entire thing was over and I did my photos with my mom and my dad, I just instantly took it off. And which like in hindsight, I don't think it was a good idea, because I forgot that there were also students that I have to take photos with, and it wasn't just my parents. And yeah, so basically I took it off, and I just looked like another student who was not graduating. But I guess it's cool. I mean, it's cool. The guest speaker was cool too. What the fuck was his name? It was like, let me check. I have my school graduation thing right here. Fuck, what the hell was his name? The guest of honor, Vivek Mabubani. Yeah, cool guy, pretty funny on stage, and yeah, not really the type of guest I was expecting. Apparently he's like a comedian and an MMA match announcer, so good on him. But yeah, it's a nice change of pace. Did not expect him to show up as a guest, but yeah, it was great, and had a pretty good laugh too. While I was walking on stage to get my certificate, like I was just walking normally, and like while he was handing me the certificate, the the roll of paper, he said he liked my stride, so I guess that was cool. I didn't really know how to reply aside from just yeah, cool, thanks, dude. And then I just walked away, took the medal. Yeah, for some reason, my school also does medals for graduation. I'm not sure if other schools do this as well, but why a medal? I don't know why. But yeah, we did also get a medal for graduating, and it kind of just says it's just a medal for completing the diploma or whatever. And yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm probably not gonna wear it ever again, but so far I just have it stashed in a jar outside, and I don't know when the next time I'm gonna see it is. But yeah, I really don't know what to do with medals anyway, so it's kind of just there. Is there anything else I want to say about the graduation itself? Yeah, it was also very long, but like in between there were some pretty good speeches, like the graduation speech. Shout out to the 4 girls who did it. That shit, like, they did like a PowerPoint presentation thing, which is cool, because like, what other graduation speech have you seen where they straight up pulled up a PowerPoint presentation? Like, that shit was fire and funny as well. And yeah, just a nice change of pace to the general graduation speech convention. And there were some other speeches that were not so interesting, that I kind of just slept through, but luckily I woke up in time for the good ones. So shout out to everyone who attended the graduation ceremony, and shout out to everyone who enjoyed it. But I personally have not really gotten into the celebration mode just yet, simply because I've been incredibly anxiety and driven to see the actual grades first before letting myself relax. So I don't know what this says about me, but I'll still enjoy it. Like, I'll still have fun and shit. But yeah. So after graduation, after all the photos, like it was like 6 p.m. So everyone just went home. And then me and a couple of friends went to another friend's house to just chill, and that was really about it. But yeah, that was also something that happened yesterday, and I think it was a pretty good way to end the night off. So graduation ceremony day, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. I'd give the graduation ceremony itself like a 5, but because of the cool speeches and because of the guest speaker being so fucking fire, I'll give it a 7. But in general, because I was simply not feeling it and I was too busy thinking like, why am I here? Why am I here? Can I just get my grades back? I was kind of just like, yeah. I also got my shirt signed. It's right here. In general, there was some random stuff like, see, like this one just says, nobody likes anime, Jack, which is not true, by the way. Yeah, there were also some random stuff, like some guy drew a Pikachu. If we just ignore the penis next to it, the one with the Pikachu looks pretty cool, right? And I don't know how someone managed to draw that without me noticing, but yeah, there's also that. So it's nice to have some memories, I will say that. And that really just concludes this entire journey. I know it wasn't very like climactic or anything, because most of the time I was just sitting here talking to you guys, but I hope some of you did find some enjoyment out of this thing, because I know I had some fun making some of these videos. And although I might not have enjoyed making every video, each video was still made with the intent of making memories on this little series thing. And I just want to say that almost the entirety of my last year of high school was online, so it's not really something I can really make too much content out of, considering I was pretty much in my room for the most part. So I know that this might not have been the ideal last year of high school, but I do think that there are some particular lessons to be learned there. So yeah, congrats to the class of 2022, and yeah, and I hope you also enjoyed the series while you're at it. But with that being humbly said, this has been the final episode of Daily Lives of Random Losers. And yeah, signing off.
Jack Young. Jack intends to seek the beauty in life.